Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nami. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you're new to this channel, like you're just coming across my video for the first time and you're just seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video as well. And before you leave, please just join my little family. Click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell beside it so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. I don't know, I feel like I'll just take these glasses off for this video. Yeah, so let me just take off the glasses for this video because I feel like it's reflecting so many things. So like you can already tell from the title of my video, you already know what this video is all about. But before we get into the video, how are you guys doing? Like, how are you guys holding on? I know you guys, I hope you guys have been fine. You've been doing great. Yeah, so this video, let's get into this video. So I'm here to talk about the struggles of moving abroad. Yes, you know how back home, once you leave the country to any other country, literally like any other country, people will see you as lucky. Oh, you're so lucky, you've left this horrible place. Yeah, so everyone talks about how great it is, how good it is. You know, you meet things like constant lights, you know, constant power supply, good roads, so many things that you meet, you know, a functional society, things are moving well, unlike where we are coming from. While all those things are true, it is so unfortunate that most times people don't really think about or talk about the struggles of actually moving abroad, because trust me, it is not easy. Like, it is definitely not easy. But maybe it's because the merits, you know, outweigh the demerits. Yeah, the pros and the cons. The pros are outweigh the cons. So no one, or rather people tend not to pay attention to the cons, you know, the negatives. And we all talk about the positives. So in this video, I'm here to talk about the struggles of moving abroad. You know, from Nigeria you move abroad, any abroad, definitely, like any abroad you move to, whether it is the US, the UK, Canada, like any abroad you move to, there is usually a struggle. So let me just get right into the struggles. I'm actually talking based on my experience. My experience may not be your experience, and your experience may not be my experience. I may say things here, or I may list some points, you know, some struggles, and it might not be all. You might have your own struggles and I might have my own struggles, you know, the ones I experienced, and yours might be different from the ones that I experienced. So the first struggle that I want to talk about, or like the first thing that would hit you once you leave Nigeria and move abroad, is the weather. The weather will so hit you, because like there are two different things. The weather abroad, okay, let me use like here in the UK for example. Yeah, I can't really say for other places, but I believe it's the same, or to a reasonable extent. But here in the UK, the weather, it is so different from what you experience in Nigeria. Like they're like opposite words. It would even confuse you. Yeah, so the weather is the first struggle that you would actually face, because especially if you come during the winter, or basically if you come during the winter, spring, autumn, you would experience that huge difference, because these are the times of the year that they're usually colder than summer. Summer is usually hot. Summer you might not really feel the weather. You might not feel the weather difference. Yeah, because it's hot. Nigeria is hot. But like when you come, especially during the winter or the autumn or spring, that is when your body will hear it. Yeah, because I can remember I came here during the winter, yeah, that was when I came here for the first time, and it was not easy. Like, it started from the airport. Immediately I stepped out from, the what's it called, immigration, all those immigration things, and I just stepped out. The cold just, it was like, oh, welcome to London. I was like, nothing can prepare you for the cold you would meet. It's just that even if you live in AC and your road is AC, your car AC, it cannot prepare you for the cold that would hit you when you get here. So that's the number one thing. I can still remember when my mom came here, and she was like, oh God, every time she's like, and the cold is too much. So one morning she woke up and she was like, that the one that is paining her is like you're sleeping in the night. Yeah, definitely when you're sleeping, you're lying on one side of the bed, and then in the middle of the night, you won't keep lying on one side. You might want to turn, and when you turn, that side of the bed that you've not been lying on, like it's been there, the cold from that bed like would wake you up. It is that serious. Like, when you're sitting on a chair or you're lying on a bed, your body emits heat and it warms up the surface that you're sitting on, basically. So when there is nobody there, it gets so cold that when your body touches it, like, you're bound to wake up from the cold. Like, it is that bad. I know, like, during this winter, before you go to bed, you go upstairs on the heater, like, before you even dream of coming upstairs to actually sleep. Yeah, so you on the heater to heat up the bed, because if you just come and plop down on the bed, the cold would push you out. Yeah, the cold is that bad. It is definitely that bad. But if you've not left Nigeria, you would not understand, because like I said, no matter the amount of AC you take every day, it will not prepare you for the cold that would hit you when you leave the country. And I know other places, other abroads, are actually colder. Some places are colder. I believe Canada is even colder. So like, you can imagine. Yeah, so the weather is the first thing, the first struggle. You would fall sick. There's a 100% possibility that you're going to fall sick because you're changing environment. So from this, even some people fall sick when you're transitioning to a new season, like from, let's say, winter, spring to summer, or from summer to autumn and winter. Like, people even fall sick. People living in the country already fall sick when they are transitioning from one season to another. Talk more of you that is now coming from an entirely new place, and Nigeria for that matter, that is very hot. Like, it will hit you. It will definitely hit you. So the next point that I want to raise here, the struggle is religion. Yeah, the issue of religion. It is not the same. The religion, the way they practice their own religion here, I'm talking based on the UK. Like, here, I don't know about other places, but here, the way they practice their own religion is very different from the way we practice our own religion back home. Yeah. Church here is boring compared to church back home. As in church in Nigeria. You see dancing, singing, everything. Like, sometimes church service will even be looking like one occasion like that. But here, everything is so solemn, like, and the pandemic didn't even help matters. It's not helping matters, because even when the churches are reopened, everyone has to like maintain social distancing. There is, like, in my own church, there is no longer singing. You don't sing hymns. It's just one person that will stand on the podium and sing the hymn for everybody. Like, we're talking about it being boring before. Talk more of when pandemic now struck and everything just scattered. Like, it is not the same. Like, you will literally struggle to find a church that would actually resonate with your body. Sometimes I'll be like, ah, God, I wish I could just go home, like go back to Nigeria every Sunday and go to church and then come back. I miss church. I miss church like seriously. It is a struggle. I'm telling you, it is a huge struggle because when you come from a place where you guys are used to, the way things are done in church, how entertaining church is. Let me not say entertaining. Church is not supposed to be entertaining. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you look forward to actually going to church and, doing the things you do in church. But here, it's a struggle. If you don't take time, you might not even want to go to the church. Like every Sunday, you'll be like, it's enough for us to go and do the same thing and just go. And sometimes you find yourself sitting back at home instead of going to church. But yeah, like I said, these my own experiences, and I experienced the religion struggle, and I am still experiencing the religion struggle. And it's not the same fall and die we pray back home that they pray here. In fact, do they even pray here? I'm like, oh my God, as in back home, you fire the thing, like everything is just hyper, like. But here it is not the same, and to me, it is a struggle. So the next point is food. Food. It would seriously mess with you. I'm telling you. Especially if you didn't come so prepared. Like you didn't come so prepared. Yeah. Basically everything. You can find it here. Yeah, you can find basically a lot of things. Like I've even found Oha recently and Oziza leaves. Yeah, so you can find some things. But as a JJC, Johnny just come. It might take you a while, yeah, to actually find all those things. So my little advice is like, when you're leaving the country, make sure you carry food. Like carry food. If you know those things that you like, make sure you carry them. So that at least for some time before you find your feet or anything, like you'll be able to enjoy some things. You'll be able to eat the things that you're used to. Yeah, because you can't expect to come here and dabble into eating burgers and stuff. I can still remember like when I came here newly, and I'll now cook our local delicacies and I'll post it maybe on social media. And my friends will not be like, this girl, are you sure you are in London? And I'll be like, yeah, so I'm in London. But I prepared myself now because I knew there was no way I would come here and start eating their food. It's not possible now. No, I gotta eat my own food. So I prepared myself while coming. And you can also buy things here. But like I said, as a JJC, it will take you some time to find all those things. So it is better you prepare yourself, come with your food, and you can enjoy it for the time being until maybe you find where to get all those things. Except maybe you have much people here already that can guide you and help you out with some things, basically. But if you're not like that, you should seriously consider bringing your own food. And my own experience was actually worse, because I came here and I got pregnant. So I was struggling from craving a lot of things that I used to eat back home, plus pregnancy cravings. Like, not necessarily pregnancy cravings, like the pregnancy heightened the cravings. Like that sometimes I'll just be craving peppered snail. Like, ah, God, like, that was when I just came newly. Now all those things are nothing to me. I can find places to get them. Like at some point it was doing me, God, let me just run away from this house and go back to Nigeria. It kept on going that way until I found some of the things. I started seeing things like, I started seeing granules, the one you cook, raw granules that you cook, and it became better for me. Basically, I started enjoying those things, and I wasn't always now feeling like going back home. Yeah, so that's another struggle, the food part. But that food part, you can help yourself. You can actually buttress the effect by preparing yourself while you're moving. So the next point I want to talk about is loneliness. Oh my Jesus. Abroad is a very lonely place. Everybody's all about their work. Everybody's going. When you see people walking on the road and walking back. You know, back home now, you're used to, you know, the communal life. You meet your neighbor, you come out, you greet your neighbor, you do this one, do that one, you visit your neighbor. At least in my own experience, it is not that way here. The loneliness here, it will knock you. It will so knock you. It's not easy. It is not easy. I can still remember when I came here newly, and I was chatting with my cousin, and I was like, see, I am bored. I am lonely. He was like, how can you say you're lonely when you're living abroad? Hey, do this one, do that one, do that one. And I was like, they don't understand. The loneliness here is real. Like, it is real. Hey, I don't even know how to explain it, because everybody's minding their business. Do you know you can live with someone, like you have a neighbor, like next door neighbor, and 10 years you guys don't talk? Like, you're not fighting, but you can even count the number of times you would actually see that person. Like here, you have to make efforts to actually meet people. And when you're meeting people, you have to take into consideration their work, whether they are free, and then maybe during the weekends they might want to rest after all the work, you know. So like it's not easy. The loneliness here is something else. Like, it is something else. I experienced it firsthand, and it was not easy. Like, it wasn't easy. You know, due to the fact that I came here immediately, and I got pregnant. My husband would go to work, and I would be alone in the house. Like, basically, yes, when I tell my siblings, my brothers, and they'll be like, but there's lights now, do this one, watch Netflix. I'll be like, so I'm going to watch Netflix every day. Yes, there is lights. Or I'm going to press my phone like all day, every day. Come on. The loneliness here is something else. And that would actually lead me to the next point, which is the fact that your family and friends, like, they are not here. Yeah, you know, people that you're used to. Like me, for example, when I moved here, it was just my husband that I knew, like, in this whole country. It's just my husband. Oh, and his sister, and she's even living far, so this one is not like you would see each other all the time. So that, you know, the lack of your friends and your family, it would hit you. It will hit you. I'm talking from the point of, you know, a woman that came to abroad, you know, based on you got married and stuff. The loneliness will hit you. And I didn't have a child. The loneliness has reduced now due to the fact that I have a child now, and she takes up my time. Like right now, I used to complain I had too much time. I was lonely, I was bored. Now I'm complaining, God, I don't have time for myself. So like, if maybe you move abroad with your kids, you may not really feel it. But in my case, I didn't have a child. It wasn't easy. Yeah, it wasn't easy. Sometimes I'll call my mom and I'll feel like crying. I dealt with my mom. Like, I called my mom to nuts. Like, I was calling her every day. Every damn day. If she wastes time to pick, I'll just para for her. Like, it was that bad, because I was like, And this point would also lead us to the next point, which is the lack of activities. You know how in Nigeria now, there will be naming ceremony, there will be Ibanku, there will be wedding, there will be this, there will be that. So someone will just go for Thanksgiving in church. You get to invite people. Or maybe you're doing your 50th birthday, or you're doing golden jubilee, or silver jubilee, or diamond jubilee, and like, there is always activity back home. Even burial, like, all these things are activities that would just take you out of your house, and you would go have fun, yeah, and come back. But here, coupled with the pandemic, oh Lord have mercy. Oh Jesus Christ. Lack of activities. You know, the last 2 points and this one, they go hand in hand. Like the loneliness, the lack of family and friends, and the lack of activities. And for someone like me that when I was back in Nigeria, I go for activities with my mom, like a lot. Maybe a colleague's child is wedding or doing the trad, or maybe someone is doing child education or naming ceremony, and I'm always going with her to all these activities, and then nothing, nada. Absolutamente nada. Like it is a huge struggle. It is a huge struggle. Like sometimes back home you don't even have your Saturdays free, because you're either going for weddings or traditional marriages or one thing. Your weekends are always packed. Like no activity, like definitely no activity. It is that crazy. Like it is that crazy because everybody is busy. Everybody is busy. Everybody is working. Here it is work. Everybody is working, so we even have time to do activity and then call you for the activity. Like anytime we have maybe like a birthday or child education or something to go to, you need to see me. Happiness, I'll wake up so early in the morning and start getting ready for the outing. Like it is so bad. Like I said earlier, these are my experiences, like the struggles that I experienced when I moved here newly. Yeah, so these are my experiences, these were my struggles, and like I said, it might be different from the ones that you passed through or maybe you're experiencing at this point, but I believe it should be similar. It should be similar because I've heard many people complain about it, especially the loneliness part. Like people will be like maybe people that come for, let's say, holidays, and they'll be like, see, I can't live abroad, it will not work. Like the loneliness is too much. I've heard people say it, and I know that loneliness part, it is real. And the lack of activity, it is real. If you're someone that loves activities, like you're always one bed, you're going to one bed inside your house, you're going to create activities for yourself, like seriously. But yeah, that it still doesn't change the fact that it's not all that bad. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it is yeah, there's nothing in this life that is without its demerits, disadvantages. You have advantages and you have disadvantages. So these struggles are like the disadvantages, but the advantages, they're like this, advantages, disadvantages. So most times you just overlook the disadvantages. But if the question is if there are struggles, there are definitely struggles when you move abroad. It maybe not even only abroad, like even when you move to a new place, it will take you time to adjust. Yeah, even within Nigeria, you're living in Nigeria and you move, or maybe you're living outside the country, like abroad, and you move from a city to another city, it will take you time to adjust. You won't just come and dabble into things like immediately. It will take you time to adjust. So there is always struggle when you move from one place to another, because this our human body, it don't like stress and it don't like change. It likes to remain in one state like for a very long time. So once you move, it will protest and be like, no, let me just stay where I am. Guys, yeah, these are the struggles that I experienced when I moved abroad. I'm sure you must have experienced your own struggles. It may not necessarily be you moving abroad, maybe you changing location, or moving from one place to another, and you might have experienced some struggles. You can feel free to tell me your struggles in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video as well, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed up to this point. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.